Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langaite yat kripatamam vande Shri Gurum Deendarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to today's live reading from Ramayana, the story of Lord Rama. We are at the moment on Bala Kanda. And yesterday we finished when, after doing the sacrifice, King Dashrath, he begot some sweet rice and he distributed that between his 3 queens, and we will begin from there onwards. And also it was told that the demigods were ordered by Lord Brahma to get their partial manifestations to assist Lord Vishnu and his forthcoming incarnations as Lord Rama and his 3 brothers. So they were asked to manifest their partial incarnations, the demigods, so that they could assist the Lord Vishnu, who was going to manifest himself as Ram, Lakshman, Shatrughan and Bharat. There were 3 classes of these created beings: bears, monkeys, and monkeys that had long tails like cows, because there were more than 10 million of these monkeys and bears. The earth soon became overrun with them as they wandered throughout the forest, eating wildflowers and various fruits. After the completion of the Putreshti sacrifice, the demigods, who personally came to accept their offering, and the priests Rishishringa and Shanta departed for their respective residences. Then, after a pregnancy of 12 months, on the 9th day of the waxing, which is the bright fortnight in the month of Chaitra, Kaushalya gave birth to a son. This divine child had reddish eyes and lips, long arms, and was decorated with all auspicious markings. The son of Kaushalya represented 1/2 of the potency of Lord Vishnu. So he was the most powerful potency of Lord Vishnu amongst the 4 brothers. Soon thereafter, a son representing 1/4 of the prowess of Lord Vishnu was born of Kaikeyi, Maharaj Dashrath's youngest queen. Then 2 days after, the appearance of Kaushalya's son Sumitra gave birth to twins, each representing 1/6 of the potency of Lord Vishnu. All 4 of the newborn children highly resembled one another and were exceedingly effulgent and pleasing to behold. Indeed, upon the appearance of Maharaj so I've got lots of pictures in the book at the moment, so I'm just going to flip the pages here so I don't miss any reading. Yes. Appearance of Maharajas Dashrath's 4 sons. The demigods showered flowers from heaven, while the Gandharvas sang and played musical instruments as the Apsaras danced. In Ayodhya, there was a great festival as musicians, dancers, and actors crowded the streets, with all the citizens participating in the merrymaking. 13 days after the birth of Kaushalya's child, Vashishtha Muni, the family priest of Maharaj Dashrath, performed the name-giving ceremony. The fortunate Rishi named the son of Kaushalya Ram, while the son of Kaikeyi was named Bharat. The twins of Sumitra were named Lakshman and Shatrughan. Thereafter, Vashishtha took charge of performing all the purificatory rituals of the sons of Maharaj Dashrath, culminating with the sacred thread ceremony. Under Vashishtha's guidance, all 4 brothers became masters of the Vedas, great heroic warriors and reservoirs of all godly qualities. From birth, however, Ram outshone his brothers in all respects. Quite naturally, he became the favorite son of Maharaj Dashrath. Likewise, from childhood, Lakshman was very attached to Ram. Similarly, Ram was not willing to eat anything or even go to sleep without Lakshman. Whenever Ram went hunting, Lakshman unfailingly accompanied him. Shatrughna and Bharat were also very dear to each other and thus inseparable. After Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna completed their education, Maharaj Dashrath began to consult with his family priest, Vashisht, about their marriages. During one such discussion, the great and powerful Brahma Rishi Vishwamitra arrived in Ayodhya. When he entered the palace, Maharaj Dashrath and Vashisht immediately got up from their seats to greet him. After worshipping Vishwamitra properly, who is described as Brahma Rishi, Dashrath brought him into the court and seated him on a throne. Maharaj Dashrath greeted Vishwamitra saying, "O foremost of saintly persons, may all your endeavors to conquer repeated birth and death meet with success. I consider your coming here as a welcome gift, as welcome a gift as nectar placed in one's own hands, as torrential rainfall after a long drought, as the birth of a son for one who was childless, as the recovery of great treasure that was considered irrevocably lost, or as the joy one feels on a festive occasion." When Vishwamitra then asked about Maharaj Dashrath's welfare, the king humbly replied, "O great Rishi, your coming here is a great blessing for me. Indeed, you have bestowed a great honor upon me. Please inform me of your desire so that I may serve the purpose of your visit." Pleased with Maharaj Dashrath's reception, Vishwamitra replied, "I was engaged in the performance of a great sacrifice, and it had almost reached completion when two Rakshasas named Marich and Subahu interrupted the performance by dropping flesh and blood upon the sacrificial arena. These vicious Rakshasas are determined to frustrate my attempt. Thus they have repeatedly polluted my altar. O king, so that I may successfully complete the sacrifice, I have come here to take your son Rama to my ashram to kill these terrible Rakshasas. Please do not hesitate to fulfill my request out of parental affection, for I assure you that Rama will easily be able to accomplish this task in return of your generosity. I shall certainly give you ample benedictions. Therefore, please allow me to take Rama for just 10 days. You may rest assured that he will return here safely." Vishwamitra's words pierced the very core of Maharaj Dashrath's heart. The king's entire body began to tremble. Then after the rishis fell silent, he fainted upon his throne. Moments after, when Maharaja Dashrath regained consciousness, he again considered the prospect of losing Ram and fainted for a second time, falling down onto the floor. After an hour, the king regained consciousness. Then, upon seeing Vishwamitra before him, he pleaded, "O foremost of sages and well-wisher of everyone, my dear son Ram is only 16 years old. He has not even finished his military training and has never entered the battlefield. Please do not ask for my inexperienced son. Instead, let me accompany you along with an Akshauhini soldiers to kill the Rakshasas. However, if you insist that Rama must go, then let me and my army come to fight alongside him. My dear Vishwamitra, I am an old man. Without Ram, I could not bear to continue living. Please tell me, who are these two Rakshasas and what is the extent of their prowess?" Vishwamitra replied, "The king of Rakshasas is named Ravan, and he is now oppressing the entire world. When he does not personally obstruct a sacrifice, he deputes these two powerful Rakshasas, Marich and Subahu, to do the mischief." Upon hearing the name of Ravan, Maharaj Dashrath became increasingly despondent. He said, "No one is capable of fighting with Ravan. Just these two Rakshasas are too formidable either for my son or for me. Therefore, O Rishi, I cannot fulfill your request. Indeed, I cannot bear to think of allowing my son to accompany you." Becoming nearly mad with grief, Maharaj Dashrath began to speak incoherently, refusing Vishwamitra's request. Thus the Rishi became highly insulted and angrily declared, "O foolish king, your impudence will cause the ruin of your dynasty. You have promised to serve me and have now gone back on your word. Such behavior towards a Brahmana has never before been heard of in the Raghu dynasty. Therefore, I shall quickly leave this condemned place." Because of Vishwamitra's sudden anger, the earth began to shake, and even the demigods in heaven became afraid. Appraising the situation, Vasishtha hurriedly approached Maharaj Dashrath and said, "O king, do not destroy all your previously acquired merit by abandoning righteousness. You have made a solemn promise and must now fulfill Vishwamitra's request by giving him your son Rama. I do not think you have anything to fear. Formerly, when Vishwamitra was a king, he received celestial weapons from Lord Shiva, which had been born of Daksha's daughters, Jaya and Suprabha. Vishwamitra will surely give these weapons to Rama, and as well as the necessary prowess to kill the Rakshasas. Indeed, Vishwamitra could easily kill Marich and Subhahu himself, but he is seeking Rama's help just to enhance the glory of your son." After hearing his preceptor's words, Maharaj Dashrath's fear subsided, allowing his mind to again become balanced. Thus specified, the king agreed to Vishwamitra's proposal. Maharaj Dashrath then summoned Rama into the royal court. Because the two were inseparable, Lakshman also represented himself before his father. Maharaj Dashrath affectionately smelled his sons' heads, and the brothers then departed, with Vishwamitra walking in front and Rama, Lakshman following. Their bows in hands, they left the palace. Flowers showered on them from the sky. After walking along the big banks of the river Saryu for 12 miles, Vishwamitra stopped and said, "My dear Ram, please sip some water for purification. I shall now teach you two mantras known as Bala and Atibala. After learning them, you will become freed from the influence of fatigue and old age, and also gain incomparable wisdom and strength. Although I know that these qualities already exist in you, I still want to impart these mantras unto you for your own benefit." After receiving the mantras, Lord Ram shone the brilliance of 1,000 suns. The three then spent the night happily on the banks of the river Saryu and the Ganga. Upon seeing an ashram of rishis situated there, Rama inquired about its history. Vishwamitra then replied, "This is the very place where Lord Shiva burnt Cupid to ashes after the god of love tried to disturb his deep meditation." The next morning, Vishwamitra and the two brothers crossed the Ganga. While in midstream, Rama could hear the loud sound of cascading water, although there seemed no apparent reason for the sound. Asked why this was so, Vishwamitra explained, "Once Lord Brahma created a lake from his mind. That reservoir of water became known as Manasa Sarovar. The river Saryu flows from that lake, and the sound that you hear is the water coming down from the Manasa Sarovar and joining with the Ganga. O Ram, you should offer your prayers and obeisances at this sacred place." After arriving at the southern bank of the Ganga, Ram saw a dense, uninhabited forest, and thus he inquired, "This desolate forest invokes fear in the heart of whoever beholds it. Please tell me why." Vishwamitra replied, "After King Indra killed the apparent demon Vritasura, he became overwhelmed by sinful reaction and lost his splendor. To restore Indra to his normal condition, the demigods bathed him in Ganga water, empowered with Vedic mantras. Then, taking the water containing Indra's impurities, the demigods deposited it in this place. Because this land accepted his sinful reactions, Indra gave it the benediction that it would become a very prosperous country. In this way, two flourishing kingdoms, names Malada and Karusha, were established here. Malda and Karusha were established here. Later on, however, a wicked Rakshasi named Taraka came here and began to terrorize the citizens. This Rakshasa woman was the wife of Sunda, and their son is Marich, whom I have brought you here to kill. Gradually, all the inhabitants of this place became so greatly harassed by Tataka that now it remains deserted. My dear Ram, I want you to destroy this she-demon today, freeing this country from its oppression. As long as this Rakshasi lives, no one will ever even dare to enter this forest. Lord Ram said, "O great Rishis, if it is appropriate, please explain how this Rakshasi became so powerful." Vishwamitra said, "There was once a powerful Yaksha named Suketu who pleased Lord Brahma by performance of severe austerities. Being childless, Suketu desired a son, but instead Lord Brahma awarded him a powerful daughter. This very beautiful daughter was called Tataka, I think it's Tataka. And when she grew up, she was given in marriage to Sundar, the son of Jamba. Later, the sage Agastya cursed Sundar to die. In their attempt to retaliate, Tataka and her son Marich rushed at the rishi, hoping to devour him. However, Agastya immediately crushed both mother and son to become man-eating Rakshasas. Thus, the beautiful Tataka became transformed into a horrible-looking ogress or Rakshasi. Because Agastya Rishi used to meditate in this area, Tataka is obsessed with creating disturbances here. Vishwamitra continued, "My dear Ram, please understand that Tataka is thoroughly wicked. Therefore, cast aside all hesitation in killing a woman. Remember how Indra formerly killed Virochana's daughter when she desired to ravage the earth. Likewise, Lord Vishnu killed the wife of Bhrigu Muni when she had desired to slay Indra. Therefore, please then shake off this uneasiness and prepare yourself to fulfill my command." Receiving this order, Ram twanged his bow. Its awesome sound reverberated throughout the four directions, terrifying all creatures that heard it. When Tataka heard the sound of Lord Rama's bow, she became simultaneously struck with wonder and inflamed with rage. She rushed madly toward the place from where the sound had emanated. When Rama saw her approaching, he exclaimed, "O Lakshman, just see this hideous and gigantic creature. She is so horrible that pious hearts break at the very sight of her. Still, since this Rakshasi is a woman, I shall not kill her. Instead, I will render her harmless by cutting off her hands, feet, nose, and ears. Thus mutilated, she will not be able to commit further crimes." Rushing towards Tataka created a dust storm that temporarily blinded Rama and Lakshman. Then, using her powers of illusion, Tataka created a shower of stones. Regaining his composure, Lord Rama smashed all the rocks to pieces and then quickly cut off Tataka's arm. Simultaneously, Lakshman cut off Tataka's ears and, at Rama's urging, the tips of her nose. However, by utilizing her mystic powers, she immediately disappeared. While remaining invisible, she began showering stones. With an impassioned voice, Vishwamitra then urged, "O Ram, twilight is rapidly approaching, and at that time Rakshas's prowess greatly increases. Therefore, give up your merciful attitude and kill her at once." As Rama released a shower of arrows, she suddenly became visible and rushed towards him. Undisturbed, Rama selected an especially powerful golden arrow from his quiver and shot it at the demoness. Although Tataka rushed forward at the speed of Indra's thunderbolt, Rama's single blazing pierced Tataka's chest, causing her to fall onto the ground dead, making a tumultuous sound. From the heaven, the demigods applauded and threw down showers of flowers. The Gandharva and Apsaras began to sing and dance in ecstasy, and great rishis praised the prowess of Lord Rama. The demigods, headed by Indra, then approached Vishwamitra in private and said, "O Rishi, because Rama has very important mission to accomplish on our behalf, you should now impart to him all your knowledge and celestial weapons." Okay, we will continue from here onwards tomorrow. So we have just finished reading that Lord Ramchandra has accomplished the first task of his munificent manifestation, that is, he has accompanied Vishwamitra, who was formerly a king, but now he is a Brahma Rishi. He's accompanied him to the forest because there are some Rakshasas and Rakshasis who are disturbing the the meditation of the rishis. So at the age of 16, Rama and Lakshman, they both went with Vishwamitra, and Taraka has been slayed, and now we can truly say the Ram Leela has begun. So I will continue from here onwards tomorrow. I wish you all a very happy 4th Navratra today and 4th day of the Ram Leela as well. I just saw myself, there's Ram Leela coming directly live from Ayodhya. It is quite good, but as you know, when they dramatize it, they mix up some facts here and there, and they've got some Bollywood kind of bhajans and music also in the background. So anyway, that is the flavor of Ram Leela we all have grown up with in our childhood. So you can watch that on Doordarshan on YouTube. There's a channel dedicated by Doordarshan specifically for that. And also, we have written very nicely by words. We'll begin the Ayodhya Kand. So thank you for joining. We shall continue our reading tomorrow. Hare Krishna. I am the Sir.